Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA rumors, LeBron James to Suns has a lot of buzz, per Bill Simmons. Given how rooted LeBron James and his family have been in LA ever since he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers in free agency back in 2018, it seems rather unlikely that James, who could be entering free agency if he declines his player option for the 2024-25 season, will be leaving Tinseltown. However, crazier things have happened in the NBA. James has always maintained that he wants to play with his son Bronny in the NBA before he retires. Now, with Bronny set to enter the NBA, the league via the upcoming draft, whichever team takes a chance on drafting the guard out of USC figures to play a huge role in determining which team James suits up for next season. In that case, keep an eye out for the Phoenix Suns as a potential draft night spoiler for the Lakers as they look to convince James to join Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in the Valley. There's a lot of Phoenix buzz right now, I'm just going to say it. And I don't know if it's real or not, Bill Simmons of The Ringer said on his eponymous podcast. I think Bronny is going to go in the first round because I think that's going to be encouraged. Indeed, Bronny James has the distinction of being the son of one of the greatest players of all time, and the influence he has on LeBron's impending free agency decision cannot be overstated. The Suns have the 22nd overall pick of the 2024 NBA draft, and while Bronny did not have a good freshman season in USC, there might be a chance, Simmons thinks, that the Suns could snag him in the draft in hopes of scoring a package deal. Simmons pointed out as well that LeBron James and Matt Ishbia employ the same media strategist, which further adds fuel to the fire of this potential bombshell move. While logic dictates that the Lakers remain the most likely team that James is going to play for next season, this Suns possibility is definitely something to keep in mind. The Suns have thrown all caution out of the window over the past year or so. They broke up the core that made the 2021 NBA Finals, dealing away Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and a boatload of picks for Kevin Durant, and then in the 2023 offseason, they doubled down, sending Chris Paul away for Bradley Beal while turning DeAndre Ayton into Jusuf Nurkic and Grayson Allen. The results haven't exactly been pretty for the Suns. They lost in 6 games to the Denver Nuggets in the second round of the 2023 NBA playoffs, and then after building a big three in the Valley, they proceeded to win a grand total of 0 playoff games in 2024 after they got laughed off the floor by the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Suns come close to literally not having any draft assets to spare. With one more first-round pick under their control, why not go for one more high-risk move by drafting Bronny James with the hopes of supplanting the team's top-heavy core by adding one of the greatest players of all time? Going for broke has been the theme of Matt Ishbia's tenure as the Suns' governor. They are wedded to their current core, mortgaging their future for present gain, but so far, those present gains have not been nearly enough for what they have given up. They must win big and win now, and what better way for them to boost their chances of reaching that goal by adding LeBron James? Adding James will allow Devin Booker and Bradley Beal to settle into more of an off-ball role. James gives their offense a different dimension as someone who could get to the rim at will. He is a big game player as well, acting as a bit of insurance for when their more jump-shot-heavy stars have bad nights. It will take a miracle for the Suns to pull off this heist from under the Lakers' noses, however. The Suns are already over the second luxury tax apron, which means that the most they could offer James is a minimum contract. Even if the Suns do draft Bronny, will the privilege of getting to play with his son be worth a pay cut that could end up costing him around $70 to $80 million? As a famous general manager once referenced, scared money don't make none. The Suns are not in a position to be scared, so expect them to swing for the fences this offseason even though it's very unlikely that James leaves the Lakers. Report, Lakers being linked to center help in move that would presumably impact Anthony Davis. The Los Angeles Lakers reportedly may be looking to add a center this coming offseason, which would theoretically allow them to utilize Anthony Davis more at power forward. The Lakers are monitoring their off-season options at center closely, per people with knowledge of the situation, wrote Ian Begley of SNY. The Lakers have visited with some top centers in the draft. They have the number 17 pick in the first round. The club could also obviously pursue a center in free agency. Adding a traditional big man would, in theory, allow Anthony Davis more opportunity to play power forward alongside a center. The report does not specify which centers the Lakers might be targeting in the 2024 NBA draft later this month. NCAA college basketball standouts Donovan Clingan, University of Connecticut, Zach Edey, Purdue University, and Kyle Filipowski, Duke University, are among the top prospects at the position who could be selected in the first round. Alex Sarr, an intentional prospect, is also expected to be picked early. Nick Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets and Isaiah Hartenstein of the New York Knicks appear to be some of the most appealing potential options in free agency. Not only do the Lakers hold the number 17 overall pick in the draft, but they also have the number 55 overall pick, which will come in the second round. It has been reported that they may be looking to use that latter pick to select Bronny James. Though a desire for a center may be important, it would seem to be farther down the Lakers' list of important priorities this offseason. After being spurned by Dan Hurley, they are still in need of a head coach to replace Darvin Ham, who was fired after a first-round loss to the Denver Nuggets in the 2024 NBA playoffs. LeBron James' future also remains unsecured at this moment as the superstar holds a player option in his contract for the 2024-25 season. However, the Lakers reportedly are operating as if the 39-year-old will return. This past season, Davis was able to appear in an NBA career-high 76 regular season games, averaging 24.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks per contest. Despite his increased availability, the Lakers still struggled somewhat during the regular season, fashioning a 47-35 record that landed them in the play-in round for a second consecutive year. As they did in the 2022-23 season, they reached the playoffs, but unlike advancing to the 2023 Western Conference Finals, they were quickly dispatched by the Nuggets this time around. Because of that, the Lakers certainly will be looking for ways to improve for the 2024-25 campaign, and adding a center to take some of the burden off of Davis could become one of those solutions. Buzz reportedly linking LeBron James to surprise team in NBA free agency. It's not yet sure whether LeBron James will opt out of his contract with the Los Angeles Lakers and hit NBA free agency. James, 39, has a $51.42 million player opt-on for next season. Most reports indicate that he'll opt out, only to re-sign with the Lakers on a multi-year deal. Even then, the unknown situation surrounding the Lakers could create a scenario in which LeBron actually leaves once the open market gets going early next month. They have yet to hire a head coach to replace the recently fired Darvin Ham. Los Angeles is coming off an ugly first-round exit in the NBA playoffs. The team is nowhere near a top-end title contender right now. Could it lead to James packing up and joining another team? We've seen stranger things happen around the NBA world. NBA insider Bill Simmons of The Ringer provided an interesting tidbit when it comes to this situation. Simmons notes that there's a lot of Phoenix buzz right now. I'm just going to say it. And I don't know if it's real or not. This seems to be pretty ridiculous on the surface. Phoenix is a projected $100 million over the 2024 NBA salary cap. The trio of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal are slated to count a combined $150 million against said cap. Short of the Lakers and Suns coming together on a sign-and trade or James taking the veteran minimum, this is not going to happen. What it does do is tell us that James' camp might very well be putting pressure on the Lakers heading into the summer. He's entering the back end of his career and wants to compete for a title. With information like this coming out, that pressure is now public record. It should be interesting to see what happens on this front. That's for sure. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.